Hey guys, David, BAC V Railroad. Hey, welcome back. We're still working the WP portion here in East Oakland. This is part 4. Trying to figure out where we're at here. So the only thing we gotta do is we gotta switch out these cars. These cars off the left here. This is Belfast Beverage, and give them a couple more beer cars. Do that. Make one more set out, and then we're gonna head back to West Oakland Yard. You guys have already seen this, but what I threw in here is, you ever want to look up this area on Google Earth, San Leandro Street and 47th Avenue, you kind of see where I ended up writing it on there, because I forget the name of that street sometimes. So this intersection here would be San Leandro, and then right to left is, or left to right is 47th Avenue, where SP crossed over, and there were so many industries in here, both railroads worked all the industries jointly. You know, any WP guys out there, they call this the Long Street job. It's my understanding anyways. I could be incorrect, but I'm curious as to why they call it a long street, and I'm just assuming because it was San Leandro's a real long street and there's a lot of industries. That's my only assumption on it, if anybody out there knows. So here's my list. We're just going to spot these two bad boys here, and we got to pick up these cars. And then, of course, we got to set out this car here on the bottom, that respot. Get back to work here. About time. Coming up here, and I'm trying to hold the camera steady. So we got Jimmy Keystone on the point there. He's my head brakeman. We'll go to a hook here. He's riding the point. So these guys back to another hook. Gates are down, lights aren't flashing. Not yet anyways. It's on my to-do list. Okay, that looks good. Pull these suckers out of here. Let's go. Let's get her done, as they say, get her done. Gotta do what you gotta do on the railroad. Try to give you guys a couple different angle shots here. Keep from getting bored. Put those two cars in the clear, shove them on back. A little white mark for my little clearance marker for the road crossing. That looks good. Not sure how you guys do your, like when you do your operating, how you guys use your pick and stuff. But I like to just kind of grab in. I'd lightly touch the car that I'm doing just to kind of tuck it in nice and tight. But I like to grab the glad hand and then uncouple that way. I don't, you know, a lot of people, they'll pick and they'll go in there and twist it around. But, you know, what I found is that, you know, from time to time you'll start popping out the little springs in there. So I'm just kind of curious as to how you guys do all that. But that's how I prefer it, and that's why I like the glad hands too. I kind of cut those bad boys off. Back to work. We're blocking the crossing. Let's go. Come on, let's go. I'll go for that other crossing too. Get on that crossing. Get these cars spotted because we want to go home. Get our rest, come back. Okay, guys, back at it. Hey, just had a 20-minute accident. I ran into that building, and I knocked it over. It was just stuck on there with some simple masking tape, and it fell over. And then the awning That ended up breaking, so I just spent the past 20 minutes fixing everything, re-gluing everything back together again. Just over a little minor bump into the building, so I got it stuck on there with double-sided tape. It ain't coming off, and when it does come off, I'll probably bust it up because it's stuck on there so good. So I kind of thought about this move too. I should have pulled those empties out and then run around them with my load. So, because now I got to run around these cars again, go out in the main and zip around them again. So that probably wasn't the best of moves I just did. Got to do an extra move because of my head brakeman there. I guess we'll blame him. Got to blame somebody. Okay, we'll get it done. Go back down to that crossover, get back on the main, run around. Just have one more set out, then we're going home. Get out in old main here. WP main. Well, hell, somebody's got to get out and get that switch. See if I can do 3 things at once here. I'll stop at that signal now. That's for sure. Okay, on the move. Going. The building shot always looks kind of cool. You know, as an engineer, you'll learn that you really try to avoid blowing the horn when the engine's right next to the building because the sound bounces right back at you. You'll learn real fast on that. Not to do that. Over the greaser. Bend this switch. It's controlled by the dispatcher. There we go. Sweet. I lost the door to that building. I'm not sure. It might have fallen onto the floor in amongst all my boxes underneath this layout. Little hook here. Push the headlight switch and you get the horn. Finally, we'll shove on back to our train here. About time. Let's get moving. Tex-Mex. That's what I had for dinner last night. Couple tacos, rice and beans. A local restaurant. Another upper shot. Almost back. We'll get that switch and that'll activate the crossing here, and that switch is thrown over. There we go. On the move again. Try not to toss any cars to the crossing. Never a good thing. Good, looks good. Little shot, little derail shot there. Okay guys, here's our train. We've got 12 cars right now. We're gonna just real quick block the crossing and spot that empty gone, as I tried to say, empty gone there at the scrap metal joint. Little twist and turn shot here. Looks like we're gonna have to block this crossing. Not sure it might be hanging out here. Block this crossing while we make this move. Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to do that. Caboose is still hanging out back there. Look ahead.